What's going on, everybody? Chris here with the latest full self-driving beta update 11.3.4. We have had 4 updates in the last month, which is just crazy to see beta updating that often, especially with such a huge break. And the good news is this is starting to go to more people that are still on 10.69, but I guess not everybody. So with each 11.3.x update, Tesla is sending this to more and more people. Before we get into this drive, I wanted to show you highway fast forwarded because, yep, version 11 highway, but it's mostly boring. I had to change lanes one time because it was stuck in the passing lane. That's what beta 11 seems to do for now. One of my big complaints you'll see here is that merging onto the highway is still really weird and awkward. Now, some comments were telling me, no, you should wait until the lane ends. And yes, I understand what you're saying, but beta pretty much just acts as if the lane is disappearing and gets squeezed into the other lane. It doesn't use a turn signal. It doesn't very gracefully move over. So I don't know. It's really weird that highway was kind of the point of this version, and that is still not working that well. Now, I was homesick from work today, which is how I was able to record this. So I am driving around my house. I tried to find a different area for y'all, but I know that I live kind of rural and it's not like the busiest place. So I cut this one up for you, just showing you kind of my first impressions of this update, trying to just get the exciting stuff in there, skip the long, boring, empty roads for you. If you did not see my 11.3.3 downtown video, I would definitely watch that. It was action-packed, lots of people and trucks, and beta did such a good job. It's a really good video, and I will be going back there with this update to check out some busier roads really soon. So with that, enjoy the video, and I'm also doing something slightly different for the ending, so hope you like it. All right, so there we go. My first leg using FSD beta 11.3.4 was pretty much perfect. I set this as my first destination. I want to throw up my roof cam and then we'll head into downtown. So let me do that really quick. All right, so here you go. You can see my highway portion was pretty much perfect. I got stuck in the passing lane one time, so I did use turn signal once to get out of the passing lane. But other than that, the car did really well. So now we're going to go into downtown Brighton, Michigan. All right, so we have a right green arrow, turn signal's on, slowing, but we can just glide through. Doesn't check, doesn't need to. I mean, it's looking over there, of course, in case someone blows the red, but that was perfect. It felt really, really good. All right, so coming up to our right turn at red here, we can turn right, although I'd be waiting because I assume they have a green, and it seems they do. So they're gonna move through, and that was definitely the right move for beta to wait. And after this car, we can proceed, but we don't have to. And it's one of those weird things where sometimes the car will do it and sometimes it won't. And this time it didn't, and I don't know. I always feel like the person behind me is like, what the heck, let's go. But legally, you don't have to turn right on red, but beta almost always will. So lots of traffic barrels here, slowing for the new speed limit in a perfect amount of time. And yes, so changing lanes to follow route. Beta usually likes to move away from traffic barrels, and it used to say that. I haven't seen it on version 11 yet, so I was waiting for it to kind of do that. It says to follow route, which I guess is technically true, so hard to know if it wanted to move away from the cones or if they've removed that kind of worry. All right, moving into the left turn lane. Feels natural enough. Yeah, we're firmly in this left turn lane, which is great. We don't have our butt sticking out, which is something that, you know, can happen sometimes. And it's a nice unprotected left, but we're going to miss our green here. So let's cycle this light and see if we can get the next one. All right, we got our green, and we are moving into the intersection, which is just great to see. The car did not used to do this. It used to sit way back at the line. And that was pretty annoying. But now, if we get a red, legally in Michigan, you can then finish the turn as soon as it's clear. Beta will not usually do that, though, but it seems that won't be a problem here. So as soon as that final car goes, you can see beta inches up and begins the move. I just love how the final car is still technically in our way, but beta starts to make its move. It's so human-like, and it's the right thing to do, and it feels really good. All right, and we're at a 4-way stop. Beta has been very good at these in version 11 for me so far. So we definitely got here before the guy across from us, and beta makes its complete stop and then assertively moves through there. So very good. I'll mention again, I should have already mentioned that at this point in the video, but we are on the average setting. I did not get set back to chill this time, but like that, again, that 4-way stop felt so natural. It was handled perfectly. And now it looks like we're gonna have a little mini roundabout coming up. So again, 4-way stop, we'll go to 0, and then we'll continue right off that 0. I mean, it feels so good. You feel the tiny, barely rollback. And that actually feels good. It doesn't feel awkward. It just feels like the car's doing it correctly and not lingering around, especially when that intersection was empty. So you want safety. I mean, you want beta driving your streets. It's not going to speed, of course, unless the human makes it. It's not going to roll stop signs. It's looking everywhere all the time. It just works really well. So here's Roundabout, still kind of sketch in version 11. but we're handling this okay. It's a bit slow, it's a bit timid, but you know what? I would say that was great. I would say it did that roundabout really well. So really nice to see that. That roundabout has been a challenge in the past, so I'm glad that beta did it well that time. So after this next stop, I might add one more so we can go, I want to go that way a little bit. Let's add this as our next stop. I'm having my internet issues again where the car doesn't like to connect. Yeah, so unknown location because it's not technically connected. So it's going to interrupt our route. We'll probably make this right first, I would guess. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I don't mess the car up too much here. So there we go. So it made the right. It's still thinking about its route here. I'm just letting it do its thing. It's really thinking. Wow, I hope I didn't mess it up too much. So we're going into... You're going into the parking lot here? All right, let's see what you do. So it has no navigation. Wow, it's handling this so well. It's kind of a sketch. Oh, okay, dead end. Let's see what it does. It's probably going to ask for help. Oh my gosh, you're going to drive around these trees? That would be sweet. No, you're going to... Oh, it's still finding spots. It's still finding spots. You were really close to that fence, buddy. Oh my goodness, look at this thing go. There's nobody here. Okay. All right. All right. Wow. This is actually really impressive. I mean, it's weird. I'm just waiting for it to ask for help. Wow. Me screwing with its nav, I'll take this as the result. That's really not that bad. Obviously, you just tap the brake if you don't like what it's doing. Yep, that's grass. Yeah, so it stops. Wow. Let's give it a minute to think. All right, fast forwarded through that. I'll take it. I'm going to obviously disengage, dead end, so that I can start it again. I don't really want to count it as a disengagement, though. The only reason it got back here is because I switched up its nav and it didn't know what to do. Let's even get out of here. This is like super, look at that. That's so like, I wouldn't even know if I could drive on that if I hadn't come from the other way. So you can see the speed is set to 25, but the car, for the most part, is going to go the speed it needs to go to accomplish its task and drive in the areas it's driving in. So it is destroying this like messed up parking lot, like in a good way. I mean, it's driving really well. This is really amazing to me because this parking lot's in rough shape. The speed feels good, tiny bit faster than I would do, but since the car's doing so well, I don't mind it. See, it slows down, kind of thinks, okay, where am I getting? Look at this. This is crazy. It's all unmapped, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that on the map. Oh, can you go around these sticks, or are you just going to run into them? Let's see. No. Oh, okay, we're going this. Man, dude, I will take it. This is sweet. So continuing, we're going to go through downtown here to the next destination. Let's see how it does. So, right turn here. We make our complete stop and then creep out. And there's a pickup coming, so I assume we'll stop for them, but I'm always ready. And they're the last car. Again, little timid, but appropriate amount of timid. Perfect, I'll take it. Blinking yellow, handled perfectly. Those used to be such a mess back in the day. And then they got kind of hit or miss. And now, I mean, I wouldn't say they're perfect all the time, but that one was handled perfectly. So we saw this in the last video, actually. We got into the left lane too early here. I'm moving back out. There's nobody behind me, so I'm allowing it. And then it's going to move back over. So that's a weird quirk. I'll report it with this little button that not everyone has anymore. But I don't know. It's a dumb mistake, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to a neighborhood here. Let me, when I pass these cars, just get rid of this. All right, so we looped out of there. Interesting that this was treated like a stop sign twice. I don't hate it. It's residential. You're going slow. You're looking out. A couple of weird turn signals, but honestly, I don't really care about that much. The car is moving in that direction, at least, when it puts those turn signals on. So, you know, not a big deal in my opinion. And so it, again, a reroute through a kind of weird thing, and it figured it right out. I mean, it has the ability to move through these weird things I'm throwing at it, which is great. Unprotected left. I would just go for it. Beautiful. Couldn't have been better. All right, train tracks. Let's see. Sometimes, as you can see on the display, those get confused for traffic lights, and the car can incorrectly respond to them. Little close to that guy, but not a big deal. and handled nicely. So I would like it to, I'm actually going to report it because it was very bumpy, but if you watch my videos, you know the roads are destroyed, so I'm kind of used to it. But we definitely could have slowed for the train tracks. That would be very nice. That's like kind of one of these additional, let's get that going. So that'd be nice to see, but we didn't get that. Nice stop by that Mustang over there. Human stop for you, and then we'll move through. That actually felt like a roll. I was not looking at the screen, so you can judge that on the video, but I didn't feel a roll backwards on that stop. So this guy's driving in front of us a bit, and Beta handled that one nicely. All right, so we'll make our complete stop, which nobody likes, and I can just tell the people behind me don't like it because they get really close. They get really close when I do that. And then we go. So, I mean, as far as doing it correctly, that was beautiful. All right, so the car wants to go straight. We have one person to our left that we had to wait for. And yeah, a bit of a slow creep through the intersection. Not terrible. I get it was being careful because of that car to the left. But I just, again, I wouldn't move that far into the road if I didn't have the intention of just continuing the move, because I don't want to be slow or stopped in the road like that. Oh, that's a driveway. Don't go there. You go in someone's driveway? Oh, is this our destination? That might be... Oh, that's our destination. All right, well, it took us directly to our destination, so that's my bad. Very cool. All right, let me get back on the road here. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to head back home. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got a closed road with a detour. Did we not do this roundabout just now? This is a different one? I'm so confused. I don't even know where I was. So what happens when your car drives you around? Did they just put those up? I swear we were just right here. So it wants us to go this way for a detour. And the car's definitely not going to know how to do that. So I'm going to have to take over for that. It's waiting for the people in the roundabout, which is the right thing to do. But now it's going to try to go straight. And let me just let it go here, because there is a right turn up there that I can take. I see these people are doing this, so let's see if the car will do that. I assume it won't. It will just stop. Yeah, so it's just going to stop. So I'm going to take over. Closed road. Please add recognition for those signs. Thank you. And we'll click continue, and it should then detour us. Oh, so it's still not following the detour. All right. Let me, I got to do the detour myself, I guess. So that's an interesting case, because you're going to have those scenarios. And, like, don't get me wrong, I feel like at this point, Beta's just, it has other things it needs to fix that it's not going to have that much of an advanced kind of capability. But it's interesting. I've never really come across that in all my years of testing, having such a big detour like that. So, yeah, it's just not an ability the car has right now. Oh, so we got to turn left here through traffic. So that'll be interesting. I wonder if somebody will give us a spot here. So far, none of these people want to. This guy's going to stop. Let's see how fast Beta will take this. So he gave me the wave. Are you going to do it? It's way too timid. So, oh, hey, there you go. There's a reason to be timid. And, okay, I'm going to push the accelerator because now it's stopping in the road. There's another intervention for you. I'm actually going to report that. That's another good case. But yeah, it was weird because it wasn't highlighting them in blue, but it also didn't really trust its ability to make that left, which once that black car came and was there, I kind of understood a little more. I was like, let's go, come on. So, you know, that Beta timidness can be good for you sometimes. What is it? Okay, so there's one of those awkward things. They were 100% there before us, but then they didn't go. Like, do they not know the rule? Like, they're there first, go. That's how it works. And so, just like a human, I mean, I've done the exact same thing. You do this back and forth thing, and Beta actually, I would say, handled that pretty well.